This evening, President's comments on the removal of pregnant anchor. East Rheinbelt receives a facelift not witnessed in decades. The quashing of the parking meters is not favored by Minister Ramjatan. Students from the West Bank of Demerara receive school bus and supplies to facilitate education. In the region, after 1 year in office, TNT Prime Minister says he understands some of the anxieties of the population. And internationally, Donald Trump dodges birth talk.
From Safetv headquarters in South Rheinbelt Gardens, this is Safetv Headline News with George Gonzalez.
Headline News is now being streamed live on our YouTube channel, as well as our website, safetvguyana.com. Join us. As school reopens, students attending public institutions on the West Bank of Demerara were presented a school bus and other supplies needed to facilitate their academic efforts. Rihanna Ahmad has more.
With the shutting down of the Whale Sugar Estate, government has acknowledged the strain that the new school term has put on particularly families who depended on the estate for an income. In a move to somewhat alleviate their worries, the government has extended some assistance, which was personally delivered by Social Cohesion Minister Amna Ali.
100 backpacks to children of sugar workers on the Wales Estate and bicycles to children of Wales Sugar Estate workers.
Minister Ali, speaking to a gathering of students, teachers, and leaders of the Potentia and other surrounding communities on the West Bank of Demerara, reminded that education is of paramount importance to the coalition government and that the administration will pull out all the stops to ensure more and more children are properly equipped to pursue their studies.
Today, as we officially hand over a school bus, a public address system to the Potentia Secondary School, equipment for the Home Economics Department for Laventure Secondary.
Ali went on to express gratitude towards those from the corporate sector who assisted tremendously in the provision of gifts,
such as Komal, Radish, Mr. Maneshwar, JR Service Station, JD Contractors.
The Social Cohesion Minister emphasized that access to a proper education should not be seen as a privilege, adding that education is the key not just to success, but to fostering tolerance and peace in society. Rihanna Ahmad, Safetv2 Headline News.
Thanks, Rihanna. City Hall's cleanup exercise reaches East Rheinbelt, but to what end? Ruth Harry was there and filed this report.
Right now we are at the East Rheinbelt area, and there's the East Rheinbelt Canal just over to my left. And City Hall is currently in this area doing what they have been doing for the past months to keep the city clean. This is a part of the project to make Guyana clean and pristine. And what has been discovered in this area this morning is just simply unbelievable.
My name is Alicia Adams. Yes, as you can see, I'm the foreman on the job here. We're doing an exercise with the cleanup campaign for Green Guyana. And we started with East here, so first we went to the Meadowbrook Garden and we came into East. First the trench was filled with a lot of garbage.
All the stuff is out on the road here. And this is how we got it right now. We got it on the console. Move out all the stuff, we took them right around. The whole place was full with garbage.
So Latricia Richards, you are the councillor for East West Lane Avenue and all the other locations in the environs here. There's a cleanup exercise undertaken by City Hall. What is your take as the councillor for this area?
Well, as one of the councillors in this area, we have started a market cleanup in the East Rheinbelt market, and we have started cleaning the market, and we have moved towards surrounding environment. And we're just trying to keep the place clean and tidy and provide a good life for all.
Currently, the rain is falling and there's a problem here because the canal is rising and there is nowhere in which this water can go. The City Hall is continuing its efforts to keep the city clean, and so they have launched an attack here on the garbage and the squalor which has been in this area for quite some time.
This is just like taking off a mask off of a cap. You understand me? But more need to be done.
What else do you think needs to be done?
Canal to be dug. Right?
Yes.
So that we could even look rain and falling and look where the thing there at the level the resort.
Now the question is, the canal has to be dug, but there are people living on the
That's why I say you gotta
embankment.
move them. They're supposed to be there. I burn and go here. I could tell you, this place is supposed to be clear so that the council them could get, or the local government or who could get the machines to come here and do the right thing, which is to dig the canal.
It would be inhumane to just come on bulldoze just because we want to clean the canal. We have to do better.
So, Madam Councillor, you're saying, just for the record, you're saying that it's not right to move 100 people when, because of them being on this location, thousands are being affected.
No, thousands are being affected, but right now we have to look at this strategically. We can't move them and displace them and have no place to put them. And until we get that started out, we will have to work along with the residents in the community and that are living on the reserve. But I don't think it's on a social aspect to just come and bulldoze and remove families, because at the end of the day, everybody trying to live and make a living and everything, and we can't do that.
So they have to be removed, you know, because we cannot get to clean the gutter unless they remove off the land.
Being here, we found a toilet bowl to feast. A lot of garbage. As you can see over there, that's all the garbage, and people fetching away some of the old woods to burn the baker shop. All of this will come out from there. We still got more.
And that is 1 yard alone?
1 yard alone.
All of this here?
All of this here.
1 yard alone. Y'all cleaning up out here. What are some of the things that y'all find out here, boss?
Eastern Canal is quite cluttered, and one wonders whether City Hall will also be able to tackle this effort to see that the work done on.
This is amazing. I've never seen across here, and I've been living in East Ramville for above 30 years. This is quite amazing.
The question is whether City Hall is able to save 1,000 as opposed to just 100 in an effort to bring this entire effort to completion. I am Ruth Harry reporting for Safetv 2 Headline News.
Thanks, Ruth. President David Granger shares his thoughts on the removal of a pregnant anchor from the set by NCN management. Andrew Weeks reports that Mr. Granger said he won't mind seeing a pregnant woman reading the news.
It's something very normal, and don't regard it as some strange or unusual occurrence.
On Tuesday, following a meeting with the Chief Executive Officer of the National Communications Network, the Ghana Press Association issued a call for the chairman of the NC was taken off the air reportedly because of her pregnancy. During the meeting with the GPA, the CEO denied that he gave any directive or instructions because of her pregnancy. But moments later, on August 8th, at a management meeting of NCN, it was revealed that it was the CEO who recommended that Natasha Smith be temporarily removed from the anchor's chair after he was told that she had objected to the close-up shots that were now being taken of her during the news presentation. The close-up shots were recommended as a way to remedy the view of her pregnancy. Cameramen had been instructed to take shots from her breasts upward. President Granger had more to say on the issue.
I don't mind seeing a pregnant air stewardess or a waitress in the restaurant. Pregnancy is normal, so let's celebrate it and let's be grateful we have pregnant women. That's my position. And I don't mind if she's on the screen or on the radio. Why not? I'm sure the women here look forward to being pregnant one day.
Meanwhile, regarding the suspension of sports editor Giselle Archibald Hawke over a Facebook post about a colleague and his Pokemon question to the president, the Ghana Press Association said the CEO is maintaining his position on the suspension, although the company has no social media policy in place Lennox Cornett told the GP executive that he has taken note of their concerns and that their demands to rescind the suspension. We now await the subject minister, Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu, on the decision on the matter.
Thanks, Andrew. Coming up on Headline News after the break, Minister Kemraj Ramjatan states categorically that curfew is law, and Saru clears the air.
It's next level time, Guyana. Let's get ready for Love and Sunshine Destination Wedding Conference and Expo, coming October 10 to 12 to Guyana, South America. A must for all wedding professionals. Come enjoy company of Joy Agnes, Destination Wedding Specialist, Mark Jennings, TV host, lifestyle expert, Jacqueline Johnson, Destination Wedding Expert, Jerry Govaya, CEO Roraima Group, Angie Zimmerman, Floral Expert, Richard Markel, founder AFWPI, and Deborah Elias, certified master planner. Registration $250. Learn from the industry experts, see the floral demonstrations, network at the cocktail parties, and numerous breakout educational sessions. Contact us for sponsorship info at info@joyagnesevents.com. Love and Sunshine Destination Wedding Conference and Expo, a must for all wedding professionals. See you there.
John Lewis Styles introduces its VIP Rewards Card. Apply today and get special discounts on clothing, shoes, and accessories. Shop and save on your favorite brands by just showing your card. No points to accumulate or bills to keep. It's that simple. Apply today for your John Lewis Styles VIP Rewards Card. See store for more details. John Lewis Styles, simply different.
With a distinctive flavor, Umda Palka ghee is made from 100% pure vegetable oil. This Palka ghee is a delight when preparing sweetmeats and other dishes for healthy cooking with a rich buttery taste and aroma. It is used for religious purposes and is a principal fuel for burning. Umda Palka ghee is light, pure, with a real ghee texture.
Broaden your horizons when thinking about investing long-term. Buying shares in one of the companies traded on the Ghana Stock Exchange allows you to participate in the success of that company. Unlike interest from banks, dividends from shares are tax-free, and profit from any increase in share price does not incur capital gains tax. You can buy shares through a stockbroker. Visit www.gasci.com for details. Shares are freely transferable and can be sold for cash when needed. Invest through the stock exchange. One market, greater returns.
Heat and dust pollution combined can cause health problems in the work environment. At Sylvie's Variety Store, we take safety serious, bringing you all types of extraction, exhaust, and blower fans. Our line includes fans for domestic, commercial, and industrial use, exhaust and blower fans from 10-inch to 28-inch, pedestal and wall-mounted commercial fans 20 to 30-inch. For the furniture shops and sawmills, we stock the industrial Delta brand dust collector. So always make your workspace safe with these quality products from Sylvie's Variety Store.
Fly always. Always something new.
It's always fresh, tasty, enticing, and the best in town. Served hot from our experienced chefs. Come and enjoy our daily meals with a wide and delicious menu to choose from. Also a wide variety of pastries and dessert. We can also host your luncheons, cocktails, parties, and formal gathering. For reservation, call 225-1730, 225-0038, and delivery 225-0195 or 225-0159. The new thriving Chinese restaurant, 32 Main Street, Georgetown.
In their blogged factory surplus sale, 50% off for Guyana's 50th anniversary right through the year. Check it out out at their spacious factory outlet at Rheinfeldt Industrial Park, where parking is no problem. They're in the mood to celebrate.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company you can call to get your AC fixed. Action Cool.
Honey, what's
You have our day, but guess what, babes? I didn't cook today because the stove is not working.
Having trouble at home or at the office? Then call the professionals at Action Cool. Our fully trained technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Church.
Though the implementation of the 2 a.m. curfew...
The 2 o'clock curfew had nothing to do necessarily, exclusively with the crime being reduced. But there is a connection. If you go and you drink till 4 o'clock in the morning, you're obviously going to beat your call with you. You're going to don your money, isn't that so? Your money will be done. And then you're breaching a law that says 2 o'clock is the timeline you should finish. So when people say, oh, because their crimes are so Ramzan's curfew doesn't have an effect, that is absolute rubbish.
The minister is criticizing statements by members of the opposition and nightclub owners and operators, noted that the law is the law.
That curfew is the law of the land. And just like so many other laws of the land which were not enforced, what I'm doing is enforcing it. And I'm getting huge support from especially the church, Hindu, Muslim, and the Christian church. And a lot of people, and especially women, who have called to say, thank God he's coming home at least earlier now. And so what do you do?
Or Saru clears the air on the many misconceptions being peddled concerning works at the unit. He spoke with Andrew Weeks and revealed that the former PPPC government should be ashamed of themselves for the mismanagement of state assets.
With and between ministries to ensure that people could account for those vehicles that they...
Amount of time working with the ministries to get things back in line. He said the misuse of state assets occurred in most of the regions across the country.
In addition to the ministries and agencies, we have worked with at least 9 of the regions. The only one we have not really had any contact with in a meaningful way is Region 8.
What prevents you from doing your work in Region 8?
Well, the truth is you have to send in a team and make arrangements to get in there, and we've explained some of the difficulties we've had to the PS Ministry of Communities. But we have worked with several other regions to help them to bring some order to the regional, the equipment within the region, and to account for them. We've sent men to regions 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 9, and 10.
And the question that workers in government agencies were discriminated against because of their loyalty to the former government, or if it has hindered him in getting the unit to properly investigate state assets infringement, Retimaya said,
we believe that, quite unlike the nonsense that Barjak Dio talks about and Nandalal talks about witch hunting and that sort of thing, there are people who have been and continue to be loyal to the previous administration, and they would either not cooperate or they will not do so in an expeditious manner, so that what you end up having to do is having to work around them. And that can become obstacles in themselves, or at least slow down what we're trying to get done. But when this legislation is passed, we intend to be fair, but we intend to be firm.
So are you saying that there are persons who are still in this government, working with this government, that are loyal to the PPP?
Of course. I mean, and this should not surprise anyone. I've made an analogy which might be crude, but should you know a couple that have been living together for 15, 20 years, and one party should decease, one person dies this week, and the next person gets married next week, everybody will find that, regardless of which party they vote for, they have been professional and will continue to be professional, and those people have been helpful.
Thanks, Andrew. On the subject of the quashing of the imminent implementation of the parking meters, the Public Security Minister says he is guided by the laws, and as such, he will not interfere in local government matters.
Amidst reports and calls for the quashing of the Smart City Solutions and City Hall contract for the implementation of parking meters in the capital city, Public Security Minister and AFC leader Kamrad Ramjatan has told Headline News that he is not necessarily in support of the idea of quashing the project. Are you still supporting the idea of the need for the quashing of the parking meter project?
It's not a quashing of. There are two reports out. One from the Minister of Finance and one from the Attorney General.
The reporter noted that for central government to get involved in local government affairs is a sure path to disaster for the country management.
It's very disastrous for democracy at the different tiers when the central tier and the upper tier, that is central government, you have to ensure that you give some guidance, and we have given the guidance. And I am guided by that subcommittee, the ministerial guidance from the two ministers, and that is as far as I can see at this stage. I do not want to interfere with municipality affairs.
Recently, the full council was presented with a draft amendment of the contract, which included recommendations by the Attorney General Basil Williams for tweaking and reduction of the contractual years from 49 to 20 years by Mayor Patricia Chase Green and the executive body of the council. After discussions, it was agreed that members of the council would review and make recommendations for a final contract to be agreed to in a matter of 2 weeks to 1.
All those who are in favor of parking meters in this city, please indicate by the show of hands.
Have agreed that there's a need for parking meter. You have your documents before you. Please read it. The team, again, Councillor Clark, Councillor Mentor, and Councillor and Town Clerk and Treasurer will look.
Asking that this vote, because we know when we vote on stuff here, it turns out differently. This vote is not in support as yet of the. Please, may I? Please. And I raise my hand, I know what I raise my hand for. It's not in support of that. This vote is to say, I think we should word it, if you believe that we need parking meters
No, sir. That changed what I said. I said those, and I asked my question. It's not at this stage we're not in a biggie. I'm asking a question. Those who are in favor that parking meters should be a project in the city of.
I'm in support of parking meters or the implementation of such.
Mayor Patricia Chase Green and Councillor Malcolm Pereira at the special meeting on the parking meters. For Safetv Headline News, I'm Mondale Smith.
Thanks, Mondale. Coming up on Headline News after the break, our regional and international news.
It's the VIP Rewards Card. Apply today and get special discounts on clothing, shoes, and accessories. Shop and save on your favorite brands by just showing your card. No points to accumulate or bills to keep. It's that simple. Apply today for your John Lewis Styles VIP Rewards Card. See store for more details. John Lewis Styles.
With a distinctive flavor, Palka ghee is made from 100% pure vegetable oil. This Palka ghee is a delight when preparing sweetmeats and other dishes for healthy cooking with a rich buttery taste and aroma. It is used for religious purposes and is a principal fuel for birds.
You buy. Kissoons want every Guyanese home to showcase a new piece of furniture to remember this glorious event of our Jubilee celebration. Kissoons have gone crazy. Every item is on sale right through this year in the Big Broad Factory Surplus Sale, up to 50% off for the 50th birthday at Kissoons.
It's really hot. What's wrong with your AC?
It's not working.
Well, we wouldn't be able to continue this meeting anymore because this place is extremely hot.
Wait, please don't go.
Here's a company.
Technical team have the skills and experience in repairs of all air-conditioned units, refrigerators, gas stoves, washing machines, and a whole lot more. For further information, visit us at 86 Hill and Princess Street, Mandela Avenue, Georgetown, or call us on telephone number 225-7867.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley said the 2016-2017 budget should be presented before the end of September and warned the coming year will be very difficult. However, he says government will do what it has to ensure the country does not end up in the hands of the International Monetary Fund.
With all that we are doing now in terms of rolling back our expenditure, if we don't do that now ourselves.
He explained citizens can expect some level of discomfort, but noted it will be spread across all sectors equally. Dr. Rowley assured government knows the issues and will work to ensure it does not hit the population too hard.
We know what the issues are there, but we are going to do it in a...
Can expect more taxes despite the Prime Minister admitting citizens have not seen much benefits thus far. He attributed this to wastage, mismanagement and incompetence.
There are going to be some adjustments along the and we have to look for revenue. If we stay on the job and we stay focused, it's a question of identifying the problem and addressing it with the best options. And I think we're doing that. But the results are not going to be today for today. This instant result that some people are expecting in crime.
The motivating factor for crime is the fact that people think they will not be caught, and if they do get caught, they will not be prosecuted.
Many years ago, the police service was not sufficiently responsive, and some people might even come to the conclusion that is not up to the task. It is for the government to ensure that our policing and security agencies, whether it is the court as the head of the government, can simply say we support the other arms of the state in the prosecution of white-collar crime. However, the country has an extremely poor record in its institutions in doing that. As a matter of fact, if we not obstruction in the courts, you could fund your way through getting the lawyers, best lawyers, and others can't, and the system really is not working.
Dr. Rowley said the system of governance as is not working well, but made it clear
we got to throttle that back. But to do that, you have to have systems of accountability, and you have to enforce those accountability systems.
To health now, and the Prime Minister said persons can expect an improvement in the health sector in the near future. This, as he noted, government should receive a report next week, which gives a detailed review of the health system.
When they put that reporting, we expect the report will give us a good insight as to what the issues are in the healthcare delivery effort, what can be done, what is doable in the short term, the medium term, the long term, and then it's for the government now to implement going forward what we can afford to implement, because some of it might cost something that we can't afford, but whatever we can afford, we do that, and when we do that, the expectation is that these responses will bring about improvements in the original objective, which is to deliver better healthcare to the population.
And internationally, Donald Trump is now refusing to discuss his previous questions about the president's birth certificate, and the Morning Joe panel wonders what's behind the decision.
49 past the hour, Donald Trump is under pressure to recant his years-long campaign of questioning
acknowledge that all that birther nonsense was a mistake and to apologize so that African American voters to whom he's reaching out might be more willing to listen to his message?
I think that would be a good idea, absolutely. I suggest that on all sides.
And here's Trump last night, unsure if his statements, like claiming his investigators cannot believe what they are finding, have hurt him among African American voters.
Do you think your birther position has hurt you among African Americans?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't even talk about it anymore, Bill, because I just don't bother talking about it. But it's there, it's on the record. I don't know. I guess
you don't talk about the birth certificate anymore. Do you regret even bringing it up?
I don't talk about it anymore. I don't talk about it anymore.
Do you regret bringing it up back? Is it because he's embarrassed about it? Is it because he regrets it? Or is it because he knows it's terrible for him politically that he doesn't talk about it?
Or does he? I mean, that's the thing. So.
It seems to be like ridiculous that we kind of allow that to be the answer to this question, right? Yeah. Like, I don't talk about it anymore. Both lame and also not at all helpful politically in terms of the question at hand, which is, of course, it's a large part of why many African-American voters will never listen to Donald Trump, will never take him seriously when he says he's reaching out to them, because they believe he tried to understand. Given that there are two alternatives.
Some knowledge of the issues. Maybe he's diverting. I don't know. That's my analysis for the morning. Willie, take it away.
Let's take a look at some of.
Hey there, I'm Chris Hayes from MSNBC. Thanks for watching MSNBC on YouTube. If you want to keep up to date with the videos we're putting out, you can click subscribe just below me, or click over on this list to see lots of other great videos.
And that's Safetv 2 headline news for this Wednesday evening. As we take our leave, we invite you to find Safetv 2 headline news on Facebook, YouTube, and safetvguyana.com. You can also tune in 6:30 tomorrow morning for a rebroadcast, and Thursday evening at 7 o'clock for more news. For now, I'm George Gonzalez, signing out from this newscast. And do have a blessed evening.